Hello everyone! In this one we're going to be doing the Here Lies the Abyss quest. For that we're going to be traveling with Alistair and Hawk to Adamant Fortress. As we found out in the last segment, currently all Grey Wardens think that they're about to die. Now, as Grey Wardens are the only ones who can stop a blight, they have decided that it's a great idea to summon a demon army and march down the deep roads and try to take out all of the archdemons before there can be another blight. Unfortunately for them, they're actually being duped by Corypheus, and all of their mages are now in his control. So we have to go and stop them before they actually raise this demon army for Corypheus. First, a brief catch-up with Josephine.
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics. We should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
Sending soldiers to patrol the area might make people think twice about slandering me.
A daring move, but one that will show the world we have military might behind us.
And on to Adamant.
Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sappers. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
None of that accounts for the Wardens summoning a giant demon army.
That is the bad news.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
So our plan is to lay siege to a legendary fortress filled with demons.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
back! They're through!
All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
That's a worrying lack of specificity there, Commander.
There are more of them than I was hoping, Inquisitor.
You don't say.
Warden Alistair will guard your back. Bork is with our soldiers on the battlements. She's assisting them until you arrive.
There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
This is just a funny little sign where they have a inscription talking about the Maker, and then someone wrote underneath, "You stick this in your taint, Blighty."
Stay back! We will not be sacrificed for some insane ritual! Can't you see? This is madness! They're bound to the demons! Your distance!
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill Wardens. If you fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. My men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Nicely done. I'm glad some of them could be reasoned with.
Lead your way up. Here! On to the next one.
You can press on ahead, your worship. We'll clear a path for the rest of our forces.
Coach, your men could use some help up here.
Good work. Stay with my forces and see that they survive this.
I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
This is a letter from a warden to another warden that's talking about how the mages who have been participating in the rituals don't seem the same as they used to, and that they don't feel it's safe to speak openly about it.
They're all going down. Probably need to help him. Another one clear. I suggest we hurry. Demons will make short work of our forces.
This is a letter from Clarel, the warden commander, to the Magister, who is secretly Criffus' underling. She's basically saying that she's aware that there's a lot of mistrust from the wardens about these rituals. And if you read between the lines, you get the impression that she knows that something is wrong, because she's basically threatening him, going, "I'm a mage, I was a knight enchanter, blah, 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 blah. So you better be on the up and up." So she already has a feeling that something is wrong and that things are not quite how they're being presented to her.
Fewer thanks to you. You saved a lot of lives on the battlements.
Some of the new recruits have been willing to stand down. It would be nice to avoid bloodshed.
Our forces are ready when you are.
Wardens! We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tavinta, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
It will.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
I'm sure you can't wait for Clarel to do that. How else are you going to bind her?
Yes, Inquisitor. I want to bind the Warden Commander to a demon. Everyone in this room already knows that. And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then he binds your mages to Corypheus.
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence, Clarel.
Bring it through! Please. I've seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I helped fight the archdemon in Ferelden. Could you consider listening to me?
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
The Grey Wardens have a proud history. You stopped the Blight at the Silent Plains, at Starkhaven and Hunterfell, at Aesley and Denerim. This world owes you a debt it can never repay. I would not stand against you if I did not know you were being misused.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you. Clarel, wait.
Help the Inquisitor!
So now we need to chase after Warden Commander Clarel, who took off chasing after the Magister, who's pretty much running for his life. To make this more complicated, the dragon is still flying around and is going to breathe fire at us from time to time. Fun! This little hallway is annoying because you have to go down it just enough to get the dragon to perch right there and breathe the fire down without actually running down it and getting scorched by the fire.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens!
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody. You could have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight! Vigilance.
Well, this is unexpected.
We were falling. Is this... Are we dead?
No. The Inquisitor did something with the mark. Opened another rift. I think we're in the Fade. I've seen my father in the Fade. I've seen a demon pretending to be my sister in the Fade. But I've never seen this.
It's not how I remember the Fade either.
The Fade itself is reacting to our presence here, much more strongly than I've ever seen before. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of simply visiting in dreams.
The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
I don't remember what it was like last time I was here. Right now, I'm more concerned with getting out safely.
That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using, and there could be others.
Shitballs, fuck, shit, crap, Fade, shit, ass, demons, crap!
In the real world, the rift with the demons in it was nearby, in the main hall. Can we get out the same way?
It beats waiting around for demons to find us, right? There. Let's go.
Imagine to walk in the Fade and survive.
This is a very touching letter that I hope you guys can read, but if it is too blurry, it's from someone talking to the Maker about how they fought for the Maker in Denerim when the Darkspawn came to the city, how they fought the demons when they overtook the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and when Corypheus and Archdemon destroyed Haven and killed their friends. They screamed until they had no voice, but still they fought for the Maker. Now they're being sent to attack Adamant, and that the odds are grim, but still they will fight for the Maker. These mirrors give you points to your various attributes, magic, constitution, yada yada. It's kind of a cute throwback to the first game where you enter the Fade in the Mage's Tower, and there are fountains that let you boost your stats there as well. This is basically a treatise on the Fade and Fade spirits from a mage. Basically talking about how you can learn from the Fade and you don't need to be afraid of the Fade. This is one of the Dreamers, someone who's died in fear, and we are going to kind of grant them their last request. This particular one died alone in the darkness and wants something to light the way. This is a plea from the warrior to the spirits. It's basically someone who's having to face the Darkspawn and praying to the spirits to have rage put in his heart so that he has the strength to fight them.
Let's look around.
Now he has his candle, so we can move on.
What? That can't be.
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Most holy.
Cassandra.
Cassandra, you knew the Divine. Is this really her?
I don't know. It is said the souls of the dead pass through the Fade and sometimes linger, but we know the spirits lie. Be wary, Inquisitor.
I don't recall the Divine glowing. In my experience, that's something spirits do.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
The real Divine would have no way of knowing that I'd been made Inquisitor.
I know, because I have examined memories like yours, stolen by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? It's work.
I'd like to have a few words with this nightmare about that.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
The big demon Eramond was trying to bring through.
Yes.
It's nearby?
Yes.
Well, shit.
When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people! Run while you can! Warn them!
Now is the hour of our victory.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me! What's going on here?
So that mark on your hand, it wasn't sent by Andraste. It came from that orb Corypheus was using.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, The orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
I never thought Andraste did this. I did this myself, through my actions. No maker required.
And now you may be certain. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
What's wrong, Hawk?
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed Corypheus took their minds. You've seen it happen yourself. Come on. You can add it to the things to yell at the Wardens about when we get out of here.
Oh, I intend to.
Could that truly have been the most holy?
Justinia was unarmed and unprepared. She could not have defended herself against the creatures of the Fade. Whether this is a kindly spirit or a demon fighting its rival for territory remains to be seen.
So she's not real? Then the nightmare's fake too, right? Right?
A demon that steals people's fear. Oh, I've got a few I wouldn't mind losing myself. But after what it did to the Wardens, it's going to learn to fear for itself.
This is a letter from father to son. The father was poisoned by darkspawn taint during a battle, and he knows that the commander is going to want his son to search the battlefield for trinkets, weapons, swords, and that sort of thing. He's begging his son to stall the commander because the darkspawn blood is still dangerous on the battlefield. So he's telling his son to watch for the crows, and that when the crows start to gather from the battlefield, then and only then will it be safe for everyone else.
We have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay. Forgotten. You think the pain will make you stronger. What fool ruled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home. So by all means, let me return what you have forgotten.
Right? Not so bad. You're not so bad!
These are lackeys. Worse could be coming.
I hate this place.
Over here is another dreamer. They want to know that the blight hasn't destroyed everything and that there are still beautiful things in the world. So, flowers! Yay!
What are those things? What is
This
that?
is a journal entry from a mage who lived in the Circle. It's talking about the anger and terror that he felt living under the Templars' control and how he felt the threat of death over even a minor transgression. So he's going to be going to the Conclave, and we, unfortunately for him, know how that is.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. If you shoot an arrow at me, I'll know where you are.
Ow, my head balls!
What's it like living as an apostate, Vivian? Do you really think you'll reclaim your power in the Circle? At your age?
Not one word.
Your Inquisitor is a fraud, Cassandra. Yet more evidence there is no Maker, that all your faith has been for naught.
Die in the void, demon.
This is another journal entry from someone going to the Conclave, only this time it's a Templar, talking about the fear and terror he felt while visiting Teventer and seeing the powerful mages there.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Anders is going to die, just like your family, and everyone you ever cared about.
Of course, the fear demon would know where to hurt us most. We must ignore it.
Minor demons. Little fears scurrying to serve the nightmare and feed on its scraps.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Didn't see no spiders. I'd have taken bloody spiders.
This is the Fade, my dears. Demons have no originality. They pluck their shapes from your thoughts.
So, it's in my head. Knowing is not helping.
This is a list of a child's fears that they've been encouraged to write down. Most of them revolve around the Blight, or the Darkspawn coming. At the end it says, Grey Wardens coming to make Father go back, Father dying fighting Darkspawn, dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mother, and Father says he hears music. This sounds like a man who joined the Grey Wardens, ran off to go back to his family, and is currently experiencing the Cullen.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek it. With each moment, it grows stronger.
Keep running! The demons!
This is again Darkspawn. It's a letter from a child whose mother told them to run from the Darkspawn and to never come back. The door to their house was closed when the child left, but Mother never came. And so they've come back to the house, and the door is open, and they're gonna go inside.
This is the bridge back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons! Keep running! Ah!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then you... She died.
Yes.
So this can't be the Divine.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Are you her? Did you linger here to help me instead of passing on?
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
What, again? It wasn't their fault. We can debate the depressing details when we get back to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
So what do you say? Terrible actions are only justified when they're your terrible actions? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
They're a relic. The days of their usefulness have long since passed.
The Wardens are a risk. Send them away before they cause even more trouble.
It isn't like you can just get rid of them. I mean, it's never good when they show, but they're supposed to be heroes.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
All together!
I'm with you. Follow the spirit imitating the divine. At least for now, she is our only means to escape the Fade.
Did the king's bastard think he could prove himself? It's far too late for that. Your whole life you left everything to more capable hands. The Archdemon, the throne of Ferelden. Who will you hide behind now?
Is that all it's got? I've heard worse than that from Morgan.
The streamer wants his fate to have been his choice. And so we give him a tarot card.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself, the demon army you fear. I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
No, no, no! That's too big!
Over here is a stuffed Nug toy that a little dreamer's wanting. Fortunately, it's really close, so we're just gonna run over here. It's a child who writes about how Sir Snort, their little Nug, used to chase away all the bad dreams. And there we go.
Ground should be down. Sky should be high. Figure it out, Fade!
It's hard to trust my footing in this place.
This is our last streamer, and he wants a way to defeat the Blight. And so what we find for him is a vial of Darkspawn blood to slay the Archdemon. If you didn't play Dragon Age Origins, this is a bit of a spoiler, but you find it out really early. What makes a warden is that they actually ingest Darkspawn blood, and that's what lets them kill the Archdemon, as opposed to you kill the Archdemon and it just comes back to life. By the way, all of those gravestones include one for each companion with their darkest fear. Solus is dying alone, Cole is despair, Sarah is nothing, Dorian is temptation, Cassandra is helplessness, Varric is become his parents, Vivienne is irrelevant, Iron Bull is madness, and Blackwall is himself.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fade.
I get some extra loot since I completed all the Dreamer quests.
Rift! We're almost there! How about we all just shut up and run?
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I failed you too.
This is a pretty long fight, so we're not going to see all of it. I wanted to point out those little spiders that were just running around though. Unlike the spiders that we encountered previously in the Fade, these each have a separate name. And they're all named after a fear. Things like drowning, burning, Templars, blood magic, harrowing, that sort of thing. I like to point it out just because it's a nice extra touch. They could have just had spiders come after you, but it's a cute little writing touch that they actually named each spider after a fear.
You cannot stand against me.
we get by?
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Wardens caused this mess. A Warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine. Hawk. Say goodbye to Varric for me.
Remember how I said I agonized over whether or not to have Cole kill that patient? This is also one of the hardest choices in the game for me. I mean, Hawk was the protagonist in Dragon Age 2. I spent a lot of time playing her. I don't want to kill her, but I also love the Warden, particularly when it's Alistair, so... At the same time, I think it's a good writing choice in terms of the overall feel of the game series to have us make a choice like that, and I look forward to what we're going to be doing in the next game.
No demon army for Corypheus, it appears. The Divine, or her spirit, was right. You know that's not how they see it, though. And they just saw their Inquisitor work another miracle.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
I suppose the Inquisitor and his Warden friend escaped by the skin of their teeth. Wouldn't be as good for morale.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake.
Where is the champion? Hawk is not with us.
Hawk sacrificed her life to save us and strike a decisive blow against Corypheus.
The champion is gone.
She gave her life not because she'd sworn an oath or been marked as special, but because someone had to do it.
Alistair, you're the senior surviving Grey Warden. What do we do now?
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Alistair believes that the Wardens are worth saving, and I trust him. You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori, but there are plenty of demons that need killing.
After all that, you give them yet another chance?
Are you flinging these fools at demons now, my dear? Couldn't you just use rocks?
While they do that, I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. Corypheus won't catch us with our trousers down again.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
You've already created something big with this Inquisition. I wish you luck leading it.
Alistair sent me one final report. He is on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine, and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She refused to say anything outright. I could have used more direct answers and fewer journeys of self-discovery.
She made a lot of people feel that way.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
This is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
He spent his life in the Circle. Perhaps a tailored coat from Valrayo? He can't wear armor all the time.
He will appreciate the gesture, Lady Ambassador.
That's a polite way of saying he wouldn't like it, isn't it?
We will touch more on why the Divine felt that she failed Liliana. Whether or not that was actually the Divine in the Fade, the spirits certainly seem to know the Divine's mind. This is going to wrap it up for now. As always, hope you guys enjoy. Later!